Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. Now I want you to take a look at the images on the screen. Now for many, these images don't seem real because these women are highly melanated. But in my opinion, my honest opinion, these women are very beautiful. They are Sudanese women, models as a matter of fact, and when you look at their features, their lips, their noses, their eyes, all of that, they are very attractive women. Now, it's unfortunate that in society today, not just in the U.S., but even on the continent, around the world for the most part, you have black people who do not consider these women to be beautiful. They have been blessed with an abundance of melanin. And as you see, from the title, they don't apologize for being dark-skinned, okay? Now, they are probably the children of Ham, in which you do have Israelites that can be quite dark as well, but I've never seen any that dark, this dark right here as the images you see on the screen. But that does not take from the fact, because we have to remember Ham, Shem and Japheth were brothers, so they are cousins to us, okay? They are cousins to us, so that doesn't take from the fact that they are very beautiful and highly melanated. And it's good to see that there is some recognition being given to them as being dark-skinned models. We've heard a lot of negative comments thrown at dark-skinned models and women in general. A lot of our own people, black men and black women, frown upon those that are dark-skinned because we feel that the standard of beauty is those that are light, pale, or white. Okay? We believe, and we've been forced into thinking or believing that the standard of beauty is not the images that you see on the screen. And so I was really happy to see that these models are sporting their look with great pride and dignity, and that they are not ashamed of what they look like, what their features are. And they are ready to share that with the whole world, as we are seeing from these images and the fact that they are models. Now, this is not everyone's cup of tea, nor is it everyone's forte. Some people still will look at these women and not see the beauty that they possess, because there is a programming that has taken place with our minds and with our eyes. So most people upon sight, you'll hear people say, ugh, or they're so dark, or just something negative. Like I think about the celebrities or the various black males here in the U.S. who have spoken negatively of Lupita, the young woman who played in 12 Years a Slave, and also in the movie Black Panthers. That woman and others that were in the film with her, they were kind of taunted for their color and their features, and really insulted heavily by black males. So that is not everyone's forte. My thinking is this: if that's not your preference in terms of someone you would want to be with, I don't think it's necessary to insult the beauty of indigenous women. I think it's so unfair, because the standard of beauty, in my opinion, should be those that are original or indigenous to the earth. I mean, that just sounds more realistic to me, to make that the standard of beauty. But when you've made the standard of beauty something that is totally opposite, now you have beautiful women in every race, okay? I'm not going to say that there are not beautiful women of every race, but to literally say that those that are indigenous are the worst of the worst, the bottom of the barrel, the ugliest, or the most unattractive, the most unwanted, the most undesired, that is an insult of massive proportions. But that is because of the programming that we have all gone or been through. We've all been programmed to think, that black is not beautiful. You see, the doll test is very much proof of that, where you have young children who haven't been exposed to a whole lot, but they've been exposed to enough through television, through conversation, and just their own perception that has been embedded in them for whatever reason. They've been tricked into believing that the doll that looks like them is the ugly doll, or that the white doll is the pretty doll. I mean, he even goes as far as to say that the white one is the good one and the brown one is the bad one. And so my thing is this: where did those thoughts come from? Where did that thinking come from? Where did those line or that pattern or thought process even come from? How did it enter into such young children? And it had to be from either their family, through television, or if they have been in school or preschool or something, because they were using very young children, so they couldn't have been in school too long. So most of that influence, unfortunately, comes from people that are close to them. And so some kind of way we've got to change that up. We have got to change that up, because when you have a little brown girl or a dark girl, or in the case of these women on the screen, black girl, who looks at someone else that is the opposite of them as if they are the standard, and when they look at themselves in the mirror and they don't like what they see, they begin to hate what they see and desire something else. And this is where you get the bleaching from. This is why you see people or women and men, both women and men, who are starting to bleach their skin because they don't appreciate what they behold in the mirror. But again, back to these beautiful women here, these beautiful Sudanese women. I am so glad to see that they are rocking that natural beauty without an apology. They are happy with what they look like. They are not trying to lighten their skin tone or add anything, any length to their hair, no weaves, no wigs. They're like, hey, it is what it is. This is what it is. Take me for what I am, and I am not going to apologize for being me. And so I thought I wanted to talk about this really briefly, because these images were shared. Actually, the link was shared with me. And so I was able to look at the other images as well. And really glad to cover this story, because again, most people, so-called black people, and I won't even say most, I'm just going to say a lot or enough black people look at these women and don't see beauty. And so I just wanted to show my support for the fact that I believe they are beautiful. And with that, family, I will say shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.